Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Leonard Cohen.
The other time I was in corridors such as these was in the Verdun Mental Hospital in Montreal. I was visiting a friend. He was on the top floor, and I asked him, for he was still lucid, where can I get a coffee? He said, downstairs. That was one of those famous last words. I commenced the descent of similar stone corridors, and I found myself in a kind of arena, which was surrounded by closed doors. It had been a hot afternoon, and I had removed my jacket, as I am wont to do. I had left it with my friend, who, though mentally ill, was no thief. I suspect he wasn't even mentally ill. He was doing this instead of college. I stood watching the 4 or 5 doors, wondering about all the possibilities, except the one that occurred. The door opened, and 2 large men in white uniforms walked out. And they said, "Where are you supposed to be now?" I said, "In the cafeteria." They nodded to each other. I said, "Where are you supposed to be now?" "In the cafeteria." Well, you see, as their questions continued, my answers, which had started innocent enough, began to sound like I was protesting too much. In fact, after being interrogated 3 or 4 more times, I was shouting, pushing them aside, causing them to run after me down the corridor. It was only when a guard identified me that I was able to go back to my friend, who had eaten my jacket.
Out of the crowds of Montreal has come a singular talent with 4 books under his belt and a growing reputation. He is not primarily a stand-up comic, but a novelist, a poet, and a very confident young man. In my journey